thank you everybody for coming, and particularly the Honorable Minister, thank you for making your time available here. Briefly, I just want to give you some account on the hybrid cocoa that is being planted throughout the country. And the people from the New Guinea side of the country are very fortunate. They've been growing cocoa for some time, but from the Papuan region, we are just beginning to plant cocoa. So cocoa is a new industry to the Papuan region. Now, if you look at the cocoa trees here, this is the latest release of hybrid seedlings that comes from 6 mothers and 3 fathers. Now, if you look at the cocoa trees here, relatively the jocket heights are very low compared to those so-called HG1 that's almost like a big tree. Relatively, this is done through conventional breeding from the 3 fathers and the 6 mothers. Now, if you look at it, the trees are planted in 2019, but if you look at it, some trees are not bearing. The trees that are bearing are precocious. The trees that are not bearing comes from parents that are called late bearers, so they are not able to bear quickly. But generally for the Papuan region, we started planting hybrid cocoa seedlings just to be able to make people to be able to grasp getting into doing cocoa business. And in fact, many places that I travel, it's a new crop to many people. So how do we expand cocoa in southern region? We only introduce a hybrid just to get the people to come up, to be able to understand what this cocoa is going to do to their life. After that, we wanted to bring in cocoa clone. Simply, we want to bring cocoa clone because we cannot go to Rabaul all the rest of our time to bring in seeds. Now, big players like the Medengs and the Sipiks and the Morobians and the Bougainville and the Tolais have been in the industry for a while. And because we have only one supplier in East New Britain, we cannot be able to feed everybody. So one of the things that Cocoa Board is doing is we are trying to bring cocoa clone gardens into some of the remotest parts that cannot be able to access it quickly, so that we can be able to teach the people the art of doing budding, which is vegetatively. So from here, I want to explain that these cocoa trees here have been raised from seedlings, from the seeds, single seeds. But we wanted to do cocoa cloning so that we can be able to vegetatively bring the parent material into some of the most remotest part of the country to be able to teach the people so that they can be able to take ownership and continue to plant cocoa. That will be the easiest and cheapest and most effective way of having to expand cocoa in the country. Now, if you look at the coloration of the cocoa, you can look at the furrow and the ridges and all that. You look at the appendix and you look at one cocoa tree there. That's the genetic derivation of the parents, the goodness that come out of the parents. So there are questions that raised like, why are these people, cocos are planting together at the same time and some are bearing and some are not bearing? That is the genetic segregation that we want to get rid of out of that, and we want to get cocoa clones. So because it is vegetatively produced, we should be able to get uniform production. Just to give you a brief on hybrid and the difference between cocoa clone. Also, we want to see the remotest part that we cannot be able to get cocoa seeds. We can be able to extract the bud sticks out of the cocoa clone and build bud gardens throughout the country to be able to train our people so that they can be able to take ownership, and that's how we can be able to easily expand cocoa in the country. With that, thank you.